wanted to take my jaw and split it right here in the middle. Yes. Open it up because they couldn't get the machine that they wanted to cut the tumor out. They wanted to open my whole face up and dig around inside there. You go to the outside of my neck and cut me from here all the way down to here. Get in there with some sort of ice cream scoop, scoop out all my lymph glands, cut my jugular vein out, and replace it with a vein in my leg. Then have radiation and chemo treatment. That is absolutely barbaric. That is not necessary. It was a misdiagnosis. The cancer I have is not a hereditary or genetic cancer. What I have is called a lifestyle cancer from the way I live my life. You know, it's from smoking cigarettes, alcohol, and being a little bit of a flirt. And the cancer I have is becoming epidemic in the United States, and it already is epidemic in Europe. It's squamous cell cancer, which is very similar to cervical cancer, labial cancer, and skin cancer. I only have one tumor. It doesn't go through my body. It's just right there. It's just one little spot right there. And it was caused by smoking, drinking, and the human papillomavirus. They say that here in the United States, 92% of us have the human papillomavirus in our systems already. Some people will fight it, and some people's bodies can't fight it. And they're going to start trying to get not only the young girls to be vaccinated before puberty, but all the young boys too. And it's to treat this cancer, all they have to do is radiation and some chemo. Chemo is pure death. They put chemo in you, it'll tear you up, it'll ruin you. You know, if you're old, you have a hard time kicking back from it. They wanted me to undergo these 6-hour chemo treatments, and in Colorado, they have alternative medicines that you can use. And they're made from the hemp plant, the cannabis plant. And what I've been using is, it's called black oil or Phoenix Tears. It doesn't really get you high or anything, but it has all the healing properties of the cannabis plant that it releases to you. And I've been able to reach back, because the tumor is right here. If you put a camera down my nose, you can see the tumor. Because it's right between my tongue and the side of my jaw. And I can reach back there and I can drop that oil right on the tumor. And my tumor has gone down. You can't see my tumor anymore, or my lymph nodes. They're not swollen up, you know. And it's not as life-threatening as it was. I mean, my lymph node right here was about the size of a tennis ball when I went out there. You look at me and it looked like I had 2 Adam's apples. And so, just with a couple radiation treatments and that oil treatment, it worked really well. But unfortunately, I moved out there with my life mate, so I thought, and person I've been with for 13 years, been taken care of, and I don't know if she cracked under the pressure of the thinking of the treatment and worrying about me, or and I think the main thing that it was is that it was the support of my friends, that she tested me for the support of my friends, and that's just criminal. And she got to the point where she was like accusing me of having girls coming over and giving me blowjobs. and I'm sitting in a recliner in my room with oh yeah, I'll show you this. I've been 120 pounds now because I can't eat. I can't eat a whole meal. I can just eat a little bit. And I have to get my nutrition through this tube in my stomach. And it takes me all day to get enough nutrition because I can't fill my stomach because I have a tube with a hole in it. then if you feel your stomach, it plugs up the tube, then you gotta call Roto-Rooter and have that all fixed and stuff. And it's an all-day affair. They have these little cans of Jevity that you put in a bag and you let it drip feed in your stomach, and you have to sit there for hours and hours and hours, you know, while you're doing this to get enough nutrition in. And I can't lay down, because if I lay down, I roll over on my stomach, the stomach acid covers up my stomach tube, and particles of food go into the tube and also block it up. So I have to sleep in a reclined position, which is, you know, that's tough for me because it makes me feel like I'm driving. But not saying I've been sleeping while I'm driving before, but there's a possibility. I did live through the 80s. But the girl I lived with, I was out there, and I didn't have my ID for Colorado or a bank account, so I had a bunch of checks sent to me.